Hey guys, different start to the video than planned because I had such a migraine last night and so I wasn't able to sleep. So I texted Daniel at like, I don't know, 6:30 a.m. and was like, hey, I haven't fallen asleep yet. You still feeling up for today? And then at 9:30 my alarm went off and he hadn't texted me. 10 a.m. we were supposed to meet and I still didn't see a message. Which now I know is because my Wi-Fi wasn't working, but I thought it was that plans had changed or whatever. So I ended up falling asleep, and he said it's too hot to go right now, which now I see why, because it's very hot right now. So, anyways, for those who care a lot about my health, I decided to use this free time to go get everything checked out, to go check on my kidney because, you know, for those who don't know, I had a UTI that turned into a kidney infection because it went misdiagnosed. So, I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video. I think I did, but when they were doing an ultrasound, they found a cyst on my kidney. A renal cyst, which they said is like quite normal, and it could have been from the UTI. But it's pretty uncomfortable. So they said like they'd have to drain it. Oh yeah, I did mention this because I remember talking about this part. They said if it becomes really uncomfortable, you have to drain it, whatever. So I'm not trying to go drain my kidney right now, but I kind of want to check and see if everything I've been doing is working, or if it hasn't, just, you know, do a little checkup, make sure I'm okay. I don't feel 100%, but I do feel way better than when I went to the hospital in Zimbabwe. So I'm walking to a hospital right now. I decided to get my steps in. My head's still killing me, but it's doing much better than it was. So, anyways, taking you with me to hospital in Tanzania. And let's just hope that I'm doing a bit better. I appreciate all the prayers, by the way. I'm paying an arm and a leg for this shit. Like, so much. But I went to a gynecologist and I had a female for the first time in a long time. So I took advantage of that. Told her everything. And told her to, like, run every test for every freaking thing. Because I just want to be so sure that it's, like, a UTI or kidney infection and why it's not going away. So I'm about to get tests done. Read this receipt and weep. By the way, that translates to like $320. So, fun. I love healthcare. I just want to be healthy, honestly. Any prayers for that would be beautiful. I told the gynecologist about the cyst and how I'm not too worried about it, but like I feel it. And she wants to do an ultrasound to see how big it is. So that's obviously costing quite a bit to do that. My hair is nuts. I just don't even care. And then I'm going to do all these blood tests. She wants to check my liver as well for an infection. I don't really know why. She just asked if they did that the last time, and I said no. But I told her that my body has a hard time, like, being treated by antibiotics, so she just wants to, like, test for everything to see what's up. So, anyways, this will be fun. I will say I've never had a better hospital view. I'd love to give birth here. I'm not pregnant, guys, don't worry. I'm about to be up in the stirrups with this little situation, I guess, because they don't have a flat table since I'm seeing a gynecologist. But I just did a blood test, urine test, all the tests. And now we're going to see how big this cyst is, which I didn't look at the screen the last time they scanned me, so I'm a little worried about how big this thing is going to look. Like, yeah, it could be freaky because I can feel it. So if I go okay, if I stand straight, I don't feel it as much. If I lean, I feel the bump. So we're going to look at this cyst together. How interesting. Ugh. Yeah, I really would love to feel healthy because even my head is hurting right now. And for those who don't know, it's not from alcohol or anything. Like, I don't ever drink when I'm by myself. I occasionally drink when I'm, like, going to an event with friends, but definitely not alcohol induced. And I'm telling you guys every morning, oh, my head hurts. Like, I'm very sober. So let's just take this in together. Look at that. And the sailboats and everything. Gorgeous. I do feel blessed. And even though I'm spending a lot of money, which sucks, I'm glad that I have the means to do so. God is good. And I just pray that I can get really healthy. And I came here to do that. Mostly mentally, you know, like your mind and your body are so connected. So I feel like I gotta get right, get to a better headspace, and hopefully my body will respond properly as well. This is so funny. I've been up and down like 3 times because you have to go pay, do a test, go pay, do a test. Anyways, she just stuck something so far in me. And I said, oh, I just did that to myself downstairs in the lab. And she was like, you did? So now I just did the same test twice, and I just got in those stirrups to get violated 2 times. Anyways, gonna go give this guy my nice little swab, and now we're gonna do an ultrasound for my kidneys and liver. This is an ordeal, guys. So for this ultrasound, I have to drink 1.5 of these, and then test. So now I'm gonna chug and feel pregnant. Here's the before. This is brutal, guys. Something's starting to hurt. I chugged that one in like a minute or less. Guys, they said I was supposed to feel like I have to pee, and I sat here for so long because I didn't feel the urge, so I think I just have a bladder like a camel. But I'm actually gonna get to see it this time, and so will you. Now this one's gonna hurt.
Relax. Again. Take it.
That's the cyst, right?
Cysts.
It's kind of big.
No, don't search it. I haven't seen it. When was the cyst?
Maybe 1 month
1
ago.
month.
I know where
How
it
big
is.
was it?
I know where it is if you want me to point.
Okay.
I don't remember. I didn't see. They just told me.
Okay. It was on the abdomen.
I feel it when I go like this,
Okay.
like lean.
Check. That's it.
So does that mean that it's not there?
Maybe it is degenerated because cysts have such tendency.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's structurally or technically it's something like a boil, something inside with water or blister, something like so. Sometimes they do.
So you think maybe it
they
popped?
can disappear maybe, but I haven't seen it. The kidney is normal. Even the adjacent organ there, spleen is also normal.
So is it normal that it feels uncomfortable to touch right there?
Sometimes it can be muscles, it can be associated with back pain. So the kidney here, actually it's no.
Yeah, oh, we just had a moment. I'm gonna pee my pants. Yeah, wow. So apparently, see, I didn't feel like I needed to pee. She kept making me wait.
Serious?
Yeah. No. Is that a bad sign?
No, it's not.
So I just have a bladder like a camel. You know, like a big bladder.
I can measure for you. It's not something to be measured. I can measure the volume, no problem.
Yeah, she's like, do you have to pee? I said, no, I'm okay.
I can do it.
That's hilarious. I definitely felt like I need to pee as soon as he pressed. Guys, we're getting real close, real fast. There's my uterus, in case anyone wanted to see. So everything looks normal so far.
So far, everything. I'm going to write no significant findings. That is our technical language.
Awesome. I like technical language. Oh, you're right though. I definitely do have to pee. Wow. Back to this lovely view. Look at this. For my results, I've been here for, I don't even know, 4 hours now. But I am hopeful about my ultrasound, so yeah. Oh, that was a big bug. I was gonna say I haven't had a view like this. Okay guys, update. So I still have a UTI, which she said is probably just from environmental stuff, and a bacteria infection, which is like feeding the UTI basically. So even though I told her most medications don't work for me, she's gonna give me some medication to be on for the next week for the bacteria infection and UTI ground. And then we'll see how it goes, and I'm gonna come back in 2 weeks and do a little checkup to make sure it went away. So that's good, I guess, that nothing else came back horribly. So I'm about to go to the pharmacy to get this medication. All right, guys, now for the walk home. So pretty much, some results take longer, but I have a bacteria infection that I'm going to be treating with antibiotics. That, to be clear, before those come at me, it's not a sexually transmitted disease we're talking about. She said it's usually environmental, like toilet seats and stuff, which makes a lot of sense. I've been peeing in holes for months. So anyways, got a bunch of medication, which I'm not looking forward to. So this next week I'm going to be on all these medications for my bacteria infection and UTI. But other than that, no cyst on my kidney, which is really good news because that's what I had in Zimbabwe. And my kidney infection was like really painful and really bad. And that is seemingly resolving itself. So I think whatever I did in Zimbabwe helped, and now we gotta like fully kick its ass with all this medicine. So wish me luck / pray, because I don't need luck, I need prayer. This party thing that I'm going to started 2 hours ago. I asked him, I was like, so is it still worth it to come? And he said, yeah. The vibe hasn't even started yet. So anyways, I gotta go home and get ready. However, I don't know, guys. I was gonna maybe go get some little snacky snacks, for my room so that I have them when I get home, because I learned the hard way the other day that I should not walk at night by myself. Almost peed my pants. I ran. I'll tell you guys the story maybe later, but I pretty much ran from a stranger. So anyways, we're gonna go, yeah, let's go get some snacks. And then I'll go to the room, change, look a little pretty, and then we're gonna go to this beach vibey thing. I'm about to catch a bike with these heels on. And I didn't have time to do my hair, so it's a big puff ball. But my guy is like, come on, where are you at? The vibe is awesome. So I rushed. And now we're about to get a bike and go to this place. Okay, that bike guy gave me a look like he was taking me, but I think he was just giving me a look. So anyways, we're going down to this like yacht club area for, it's like this bottomless mimosas event that's been going on for a few hours now. So I'm like way late and way sober to the party. So we'll see how much fun I have. But thanks for hanging with me throughout this video. We're gonna work on health this next week and see how much better I can get and how much better I can feel. So unless I end up showing clips of this party after this clip, like and subscribe. And sorry about the change of plans with Daniel, but we'll do something fun this week. And I do have some travel plans with Daniel actually coming up, so I gotta book a flight soon. Anyways, see you guys in the next video.